Mate, I respect Krylov's ability. I respect the fact that he's a kill or be killed sort of fighter. I respect his power. I respect his good wins and his hard losses. And in saying that, it means I'm going to be patient. I'm going to create opportunities. I'm going to create holes. I'm going to wait for my time, and I'm going to send him home.
Robert's been in a lot of wars before. He's showed his durability. He's now moving up in weight. What do you feel is the most danger that he presents his game to you necessarily?
Роберт прошел через много войн в Octagon.
Ну, безусловно, у него, на которую нужно обращать внимание.
You know, obviously he had a legendary career, but I have to say that I also had one too many wars in the Octagon as well. So, but I think that the one thing that everybody's talking about is his speed. He was very much a fast striker in middleweight division. They're saying that his speed is going to transfer to light heavyweight. So I think out of all the aspects that he's bringing to the Octagon, I think the one thing I have to watch out is how speedy, how quick he is in his attacks.
Two men, two very different definitions of respect. One means it as a compliment. The other means it as a warning. Robert Whittaker didn't need to do this. 26 wins, a middleweight title, a run that put him in the conversation for the best 185-pounder the sport has ever produced. At 35, on a two-fight skid, submitted by Khamzat Chimaev, outpointed by Rainier de Ritter, Whittaker had an easy exit available. Step down in competition. Fight softer names. Protect the resume on the way out the door. He went up instead. Light heavyweight. By his own account, this wasn't about chasing a second title. The middleweight Rob Whittaker chapter has closed. His words, not a farewell tour, a closed book. The cut had become the story. Camp after camp, the weight, not the opponent, was the fight.
So talk me through the process, the mental and physical process. I've seen.
Oh, mate, you've never felt anything like thirst. True thirst. True dehydration. Where to the point where you're losing your hearing, you're losing your sight. Your mouth feels like sand. You can't sleep. You got no energy.
Speaking with UFC legend Demetrius Johnson ahead of this bout, Whittaker put it bluntly. This is the best he's felt in his career.
Are you enjoying being able to keep that natural weight on you, or has it been like, fuck, I wish I would go back down to 185. I don't want to fight these big bastards?
I can't say I won't lie that I watched some of the light heavyweight fights. I'm like, that's like you know what? Maybe I can just skip a meal or two. But no. It was. This is the best I think I've felt for my career, like holistically.
A more natural weight for a body that spent over a decade being starved down to make 185. He's heard the criticism too. Fans online calling him small for light heavyweight. Photos circulating of him next to bigger 205-pounders.
Yes, Reddit absolutely kills me with every photo. Every photo, I love Reddit, dude. Every photo I post up or somebody else posts up, it's like not excited for Bobby looking so small at light heavyweight. Bobby's looking small. I'm just short, dude.
Yeah.
I'm short.
Whittaker's answer is simple. He's done the work.
I've done all the right things. I'm not going to to light heavyweight as a out of shape middleweight.
Yep.
You know, I'm not just a middleweight that can eat more now. Mm-hmm. I've been doing the right things. I've leaned up. I'm at a much more natural weight range for myself. Like I'm still walking around 220, 225.
Damn.
Pretty lean. And because I'm just heavy.
Not an out of shape middleweight eating his way into a new weight class. Leaned up. Walking around at 220 to 225 pounds, heavier and thicker than his frame ever suggested at 185. Even the man who took that title from him agrees on the resume. Israel Adesanya, who beat Whittaker for the belt in 2019, now his training partner at City Kickboxing, recently called him one of the GOATs at 185.
Whittaker, talk about Whittaker.
Oh, no, of course. Come on, man. My boy. So much respect for the guy. So much love for him because when you get to know him and his character, he's just a cool dude. I didn't see him much this camp because, again, I'm not a CKB, so I haven't been at the gym. I was talking to him about moving up in weight. And he's like, bro, all these fucking middleweights are bigger than me already. They're taller than me because what is he, 6'3"? I'm 6'4". He's fighting like me. So you're like, man, might as well.
6 foot.
No, I'm saying this guy
Oh,
Nick
yeah, yeah.
is 6'3", I'm 6'4", so he's like all these other opponents are bigger than me. So why cut weight? I can just walk around my regular weight and fight there, and I think it's a smart move.
Not a comment on the weight jump, a reminder of exactly what Whittaker's walking away from, because he knows what he's walking into. His own words, power is the ultimate equalizer, and he understands that.
Like at the end of the day, like light heavyweights knock out light heavyweights. Big dudes knock out big dudes. Middleweights knock out middleweights. It happens. You know, that's just part of the game. I am the weight limit that I'm supposed to be. I'm still gonna have to cut weight like everybody else to get to where I need to be. And I'm coming in trained. I'm coming in as best as I have been. So yeah, I don't need to pressure test anything. I am a light heavyweight. Look to get in there and execute a game plan that I've worked meticulously for months.
Technique doesn't cash out the same way against 205-pound frames. 17 years in the sport have taught him exactly how much a clean shot from a bigger man can take out of you. He spent the back half of camp working with heavier sparring partners at City Kickboxing, bodies built for exactly this kind of frame mismatch. Whether that translates to fight night, under lights, against a man who's finished 16 opponents by submission and 13 more by knockout, is the part no training camp can simulate. Nikita Krylov isn't a gatekeeper, he's a proving ground. 31 wins, 11 losses, a resume that includes a win over former title challenger Volkan Oezdemir and hard-fought losses to Magomed Ankalaev, Glover Teixeira, and Jan Blachowicz. Championship lineage names, win or lose. This fight itself has been a long time coming. The third scheduled date, the second attempted pairing, after a prior booking in Canada collapsed, and an earlier Whittaker matchup in Australia fell through as well. Krylov's been waiting on this one, but his last 15 months have been rough. Back-to-back knockout losses to Dominic Reyes and Bogdan Guskov on a chin once considered one of the sport's most durable. Then a January bounce back, a third-round TKO over Modestas Bukauskas, capped by a flush overhand right. What Krylov names as the real threat isn't power, it's speed. From a man with 3 inches of height and 4 inches of reach on Whittaker, that's a notable admission.
Okay.
Nikita, Robert's been in a lot of wars before. He's showed his durability. He's now moving up in weight. What do you feel is the most danger that he presents his game to you necessarily?
Роберт прошел через много войн в октагоне.
Ну, безусловно, у него выдающаяся карьера, на которую нужно обращать внимание.
You know, obviously he had a legendary career, but I have to say that I also had one too many wars in the Octagon as well. So, but I think that the one thing that everybody's talking about is his speed. He was very much a fast striker in middleweight division. They're saying that his speed is going to transfer to light heavyweight. So I think out of all the aspects that he's bringing to the Octagon, I think the one thing I have to watch out is how speedy, how quick he is in his attacks.
He's not treating this like a size mismatch he can simply lean on. He's treating it like a speed problem he has to solve first. Krylov, via red corner MMA, it may end up the way it did in Adesanya's case. And he's not shy about where he thinks this ends. 2 cautionary tales named directly. Blachowicz denying Adesanya's own 205 title bid. Reyes ending Chris Weidman's light heavyweight run before it started. Whittaker wants this to be his Alex Pereira story. Krylov's betting it's a Weidman story instead. Strip the records away, and this is a clean athletic experiment. Whittaker, smaller, faster, more technical, historically elusive, a fighter built on distance management and angles, now testing whether that translates against bigger frames instead of just longer ones. Krylov, bigger, heavier-handed, a finishing threat in both directions, knocked out twice in his last 3 fights. The stylistic math points 2 directions at once. If Whittaker's speed holds up the way it did against middleweights his entire career, he has the elusiveness to make Krylov miss and the volume to win rounds without absorbing the power he says he respects. If Krylov's size and finishing instincts win out early, if he closes that gap before Whittaker can establish range, this turns into exactly the kind of fight Whittaker warned about in his own words. The outside voices saw it too. Michael Bisping, Hall of Famer, former UFC middleweight champion, a man who was actually booked to fight Whittaker once before an injury pulled him out, backed the move without hesitation.
This is like
It's so dumb, isn't it, that we kill ourselves and we restrict all the nutrients. We don't recover. We get tired. We get weaker through training camp.
Exactly. Like just dragging my feet throughout the camp. And that was a big motivation to moving to light heavy, was that I didn't enjoy the last couple camps, or the process. Weeks 5, 4, I'm just weak and fragile.
I'm all for it, Bisping said, pointing to how the weight cut had stopped being about a game plan and started being the whole camp. Krylov's read on the danger turned out to be right, just not in the way he meant it. Round 1 went his way. Wrestling, forcing the clinch, threatening a choke, leaning on the one advantage his frame gave him. But he couldn't cash it in. From round 2 on, Whittaker's speed and boxing took over. 1-2s, a stiff jab, combinations that had Krylov backing up and covering. In round 3, a sequence of right hands landed clean on the jaw. Krylov reached up, felt what had happened, and waved the fight off himself at 101, a TKO, his choice to end it, not the referee's. Before the fight, Whittaker called the middleweight chapter closed. After it, he made it official. This is his home now. The weight time speed theory didn't just hold up, it settled the argument in 3 rounds. What's your opinion? Do you think Whittaker can grab his second belt in this division? Comment down below, and if you would valuable information, support our channel by subscribing and hitting that bell button for further updates and breakdowns. Until next one.